We've known all along exactly what was going to happen when Lord of the Rings of Power came out on Amazon Prime Video. We've watched for months as Lord of the Rings fans have pushed back against Amazon for what they were doing to this property, for what they were doing to Tolkien's work, for what they were doing to the world of Middle-earth. And predictably, now that it's out, Amazon is doing everything they can to deflect criticism away from themselves. And as a result, the mainstream media, the access media, has Amazon's back. And it's taken to call anyone who's critical of it a racist. If you don't like this, you must just be a racist. If you don't like this, you must just be sexist. It's so predictable. It's the same thing we've seen from all these different franchises over the past several years, from Marvel, from Star Wars to Doctor Who, everything. The mainstream access media has the back of these big corporations. But one person decided to speak out against Rings of Power and in turn have all the fans' backs, and that is Elon Musk. Elon Musk slams the Rings of Power for making almost every male character a coward or jerk. And we talked about this yesterday. Tolkien is turning in his grave. This is what Elon Musk put out yesterday, went viral on Twitter. A lot of people were all talking about this. Well, today he has a follow-up because somebody did reply to him and he answered that. Someone shared this Daily Wire article, which is titled, "Painful to Watch. Viewers Hate Lord of the Rings of Power, which critics insist is another example of racism." And from the very moment, from weeks before this drop, months before this drop, we heard this. If you don't like what they're doing, you're a racist. If you have a problem with them breaking lore, breaking canon, going against everything Tolkien described, then you're just a racist, you're a sexist. That's all the media has to go on at this point. Well, shockingly, if you look at the overwhelming response, I would say 95% of it has nothing to do with the changes that have been made to the skin color of some of these characters. There is so much to talk about regarding the writing, regarding the storytelling, regarding the character dialogue, the character development itself, the decisions that these characters are making, how they are completely contrary to how they're depicted in Tolkien's work. So much stuff to talk about regarding this series, but no, the mainstream media is trying to gaslight everyone. Look at all these replies, or all these articles. A racist backlash to Rings of Power puts Tolkien's legacy into focus, not only calling fans racist, but also calling Tolkien racist. Isn't that original? Neil Gaiman gives Tolkien lesson to Rings of Power racists. What about here? The Amazon Rings of Power is not for purists or racists. So if you think it goes against Tolkien, what are you, a purist or a racist or both in that case? This is what we're seeing right now. The mainstream media out there attacking the audience just like we knew they would. In addition, of course, you have several people, the cast and crew, that are coming out and also labeling any criticism as just that, racism. What a surprise. And what do you have here? What color is an elf or a sea snake, and why do you care? Lumping in Corlys Velaryon for House of the Dragon in here. Interesting how there's no review bombing going on for House of the Dragon, because that's actually a good series so far, yet you claim it's just racist trolls that are review bombing Rings of Power. It's only review bombing when it meets your narrative, isn't it? Well, Elon Musk, like I said, had a response to some of these articles, some of the mainstream media talk that's out there. To those who claim any criticism of Rings of Power means you're racist are outing themselves as closet racists. It's not even closet anymore. That's just a fact. You cannot discuss anything like this anymore without them coming back at you. It's so interesting, isn't it, that the same people who will go out there and openly hate white people, who will go out there and attack white people, who insist white people have no culture, continue to try to push everything they can into a story that's derived from European culture, like Lord of the Rings. And there certainly are people of color in Middle-earth. You just didn't want to tell a story like that because it didn't fit your narrative. You couldn't make that person a dwarf or an elf, so you didn't want to tell that story because you can't tell this story without using all the nostalgia that people already have for these characters. Elon Musk is spot on with this, and it's good to see more people continuing to call out Amazon, continuing to call out the access show media who's doing everything they can to defend Amazon and push for Amazon and attack the audience for Amazon. And I just have to show this meme too. IMDb, which is owned by Amazon, casually deleting all the reviews that gave Lord of the Rings of Power below a 6 out of 10 rating, with Bezos giving himself an award. Elon Musk likes that tweet. He laughs at that tweet, which I laugh at that tweet as well. Yes, once again, IMDb No public reviews that are less than a 6 out of 10. They will not show you any user reviews that give this a bad score. IMDb is owned by Amazon. That's not a secret. That is an absolute fact that's out there. And they're using that to manipulate people as well. Let me know what you think about Elon Musk once again defending Tolkien fans, defending Tolkien, defending Lord of the Rings, and calling out these mainstream media pieces of fucking garbage. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my PO box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.